Hi, I'm Dan Lachance. I've worked in various IT roles since the early 1990s, including as a technical trainer, as a programmer, a consultant, as well as an IT tech author and editor. I've held and still hold IT certifications related to Linux, Novell, Lotus, CompTIA, and Microsoft. Some of my specialties over the years have included networking, IT security, cloud solutions, Linux management and configuration, and troubleshooting across a wide array of Microsoft products. The Certified Information Security Manager, or CISM 2020 certification exam, is the globally accepted standard for professionals who design, build, and manage enterprise information security initiatives. CISM is the leading credential for information security managers. It involves information security governance, information risk management, information security program development and management, and also information security incident management. In this course, I will explain how proper IT governance starts with aligning IT solutions with business processes. I will cover the security standards and regulations that can be applied to IT solutions to support business processes. To start, I'll explore how to identify the relationship between IT security and business objectives. Next, I'll explore how various regulations and security standards such as HIPAA, GDPR, and PCI DSS can influence organizations' IT security decisions. Lastly, I'll examine cloud services to determine where responsibility lies. This course is one of a collection of courses that prepares learners for the Certified Information Security Manager, or CISM, certification. Modern IT security technicians must be able to recognize the relevance of IT security and the role that it plays in today's business environment. The purpose of IT services in a business context is support business processes, not the other way around. So it's important then that we have an alignment between business needs and the IT solutions that support those needs. It's also important that we manage risk. Managing risk means that we first have to identify assets and then the risks related to those assets. We have to know what we have in order to protect what's important. The next thing we have to do is apply security controls that are effective both at the security level and at the cost efficiency level. And then we need to periodically review those security controls to ensure their effectiveness. We need to monitor our IT environment to ensure the effectiveness of our mitigations, monitoring things like host logs or firewall device logs, using intrusion detection and prevention systems to detect and report on, and perhaps even prevent on security anomalies as they're occurring. We can use security information and event management, otherwise called CIEM or SIEM solutions, which allow us to have a centralized point where potential security indicators of compromise are sent to a central location and alarms can be triggered. We can also integrate security with all of our business processes end to end. But in order for this to work, we have to consider data privacy. These days, we have large volumes of data that are being processed by many organizations, and this large volume of data means that we have an increased complexity in managing that amount of data. And that's one of the reasons why we hear more in the media about increased incidents of cyber attacks. So it's important to be able to manage data, and that means doing things like securing it, but also classifying it so we can label certain types of data, for instance, as being sensitive, where other types of data might be labeled as not sensitive. There is a cost to the realization of cyber attacks on an organization, whether it's to the organization's reputation and or stock price, the loss of contracts due to security incidents, sensitive data leaks, which could result in litigation, and also financial security mitigation costs that we have to implement versus the threats. This one can be difficult when it comes to convincing management for buy-in because there's not an immediate, realizable, tangible benefit by implementing security controls. So we need to have management buy-in. We also need to have stakeholder awareness. That could involve everyone in the entire organization. We need to create a culture within the organization where everybody feels the importance of securing everything that is done throughout the organization at every level, from top level management all the way down to end users.